How? Something about a lake, right? We're at the lake. Is there something in the lake? Is there like a monster in the lake? Do we know what's happening in the lake?
I feel like there's definitely something going on in that lake. I think one of the women, the woman that I can't remember who was talking to it. Well, Chris was talking to it, but I can't remember Chris's name for some reason. It's driving me nuts.
Lester.
Oh, that's what it is, Lester. She had said something about there's something in the lake. She can feel it, and the killer dead.
It was the artists. There's the group of artists. The 5 remaining artists from the group. They implored you to take the spines out of them. You could feel it in her, spreading like a sickness, burning away my soul. Kill us, remove the spines.
Yeah, I remember thinking about removing the spines and thinking that was really fucked up. Yep. Kill us and remove the spines.
Because there were spines in their chests. Like through their hearts.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You guys found the cabin. Well, first you snuck through the woods unsuccessfully through the main road.
And then we tried to intimidate them into letting us to the work site, and that did not work.
Pushed and failed.
And then we went back to the woods and we found the cabin where Lester got a little scared. But then we found the creepy basement with the boxes, and there were ghosts.
Yep.
And artifacts.
There were 2 Civil War-ish folks that tried to talk to you.
About worshipping something.
Mm-hmm.
About how they were given great power by something.
Yeah. You have a great opportunity.
Right. And we killed them.
Burn them.
They're just trying a little diplomacy, that's all.
They were.
Mm-hmm. Well, they were ghosts, and that's unnatural, so we killed them.
Never even gave them a chance.
And then we saw like a weird light, right? Because it was nighttime and we saw a weird light.
That was the basement of the cabin. The coffins were glowing.
Right, glowing blue.
They're like strange stone sarcophagi with
right.
strange runes that Eugene felt familiar to Eugene, but he couldn't quite.
And there was a journal.
Translate them. There is a journal which should be in your guys' images.
The branch spike skewer thing.
Spear, which looks very similar to the ones through the artists.
Right.
Hey, do you want to recap Nicholas's, or do you want to sum up Nicholas's final moments and give him a send off you wish?
Yeah. Well, we have Civil War people coming out of the thing, right? I mean, I feel like that's happening.
That is happening. Yeah.
So Lester, having put to rest several individuals, Father Nick kind of steps up and says, some thoughtful words to these basically dead souls, wishing them a safe journey, and as he kind of assists Lester in putting these people to peace, he says, to the last one, now is the time for eternal rest, and may you all find whatever end and peace that you need. And with that, there's an echoing gunshot as Father Nick slumps to the ground with a gunshot wound to his head.
Yep. Boom. And with that, the remaining few of you were so preoccupied with your multiple failed listen rolls from Jimmy and Eugene. No, not Eugene.
Marshall.
Leland. You now look to the north. The way you were traveling when you got to these poor folks, and you see two figures standing on the trail up ahead, holding rifles, and they seem to be garbed in the same Civil War garb from the folks you met inside the cabin. And So, with that, we're going to go right into initiative. Dun, 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 dun. Where are my non-player characters? There they are.
Doesn't quite have the same, ring to it when you can't say roll for initiative.
Nope,
And
nope. There ain't no rolling.
initiative.
Ain't no rolling. Okay. So, actually, damn it, no, stop. How do I stop it? How? No. How do I advance? How do I reset? No. I don't know how to reset rounds to 0. We're not on round 9. This is gonna bug me. I'm trying to figure out how to do it.
Stuff.
It's all bollock stuff. All right. So you see 2 people up the path. Jimmy, you would be the quickest to act with initiative of 70. They're pretty far from you at this point.
Okay. Too far to shoot.
No, but it would be a little bit more difficult with a handgun.
Okay, and they have rifles, and they are on the path. How much cover is on the sides of the path?
It looks like a similar kind of rifle to what you saw in the cabin, so like old muzzleloader style.
Okay. Is this still like fairly wooded, or?
Yes, there are woods. So if you're looking towards them, there's the lake to your right, and the woods begin to your left, and then in between is kind of like a grassy kind of beach head with the path on it, being north-south.
I want to head towards them, but I want to stay enough off the path that I can I want to run towards them, but off the path in the woods, so I can be weaving in and out of trees in case they take a shot at me.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna find a tree. I'm gonna take a shot and be behind a tree.
Sure.
So I just want to get a little bit closer to them to get some cover.
Sure. As you duck off into the trees, you see that one of the figures in the front has this kind of like bushy greenish gray beard.
Ew, that's not natural.
Yep. And shouts in y'all's direction, saying, "You are interfering with the work of Glacky. Give up your arms, and no further harm will come to you." Are you shouting something? Are you gonna fast talk back to him, or you can't think of something to say?
No, I was gonna yell at them about shooting a preacher, but then I couldn't think of anything to do with Jimmy's voice. I mean, it's never consistent, anyways.
Boston. Let's do Boston today.
Whatever comes out. Jimmy's gonna say, you just killed a preacher, man. That's fucked up." And then he shoots at him, the one that's talking.
All right. All right. So you will be rolling with a penalty die.
Plus 1P.
Plus 1P.
Regular success.
All right.
70%.
Yeah, it's good with a gun. Boom.
Okay.
Shoot his weird green beard right off his face.
Oh, snap.
All right. So you shoot into the you shoot into one of the figures, and they're pretty far away, so it's hard to say what's happening. But the one with the beard is in front. I'm assuming you shoot that one.
Yeah.
You didn't say.
Yeah, that one. The one with the green beard.
Okay.
Green beard, yeah.
All
He's
right,
gonna yell
yeah.
at us,
So
right?
that
That's
one
what
that
he
one
yelled.
twists around, and the figure kind of goes down into the brush beside the woods. His partner kind of seems to be going towards in that direction. Da, da, da.
Bye, Nick.
You see the legs that are behind the brush. You guys can kind of just, probably not Jimmy at this point, but everyone else who's on the beachhead still see the feet and legs kind of like scraping and pushing themselves farther into the brush, as if the bearded body is crawling farther into the woods.
Misery Dan.
Leland,
It's just a Turner.
I'm going to.
just one you shot.
I'm gonna get behind a tree and try to aim my weapon in the general direction of where they were, near the ground.
All right.
I guess I'll fire.
There's the bearded guy. There's the other one. The second person is still kind of standing out on the path.
How far away?
Probably a medium range. If you're shooting with your rifle, it would probably just be one penalty die.
I only have a. I think I
Or
have
a pistol, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say a rifle would probably be no penalty die, but the pistol would probably be one penalty. Shazam.
Wow.
You just made it.
Just made it.
6 damage.
Okay. With that, the second guy kind of lurches a little bit and starts stumbling off towards the trees as well. Eugene.
Can I? How do I? Andy, can I make a self-inflicted roll?
Your brother's dead.
Just to see if I actually do anything.
Roll your sanity.
All right.
That's a good idea.
There's a moment that Eugene is processing, but then this just desire kind of fills his eyes with kind of the search and the need to prove that these entities are not ghosts or anything else, and he is going to run as close as he can to whichever one he can get to fastest.
Jeez.
Okay. Okay.
And he's going to try to tackle him if he can get there.
Oh my god, Eugene's gonna die. We're going 2 characters to 0.
It's fine. It's fine.
You, Gene, you get, yeah. Why don't you make a, what kind of attack roll would be appropriate?
Well, he's got his little knife, but right now he's just trying to, like, Scooby-Doo take the mask off. So,
Okay. You can do a brawl.
Yeah, a brawl. A brawl, yeah.
Fighting brawl, I think that's a thing, right?
Real good. I'm real good at fighting.
All right, so you charge right in towards these folks.
Would you like you're so close?
Wait. Can I spend my luck?
I think so, yeah.
I'm doing it. I'm spending 7 luck.
Sure.
Eugene's feeling good about this.
Okay. So this is, you're going after the one that's still standing.
Yeah, I want to knock him down on the ground.
This is, so as you're getting closer, I don't know how much Eugene is blinded by the emotions that are carrying him at this moment, but this is a taller figure, about 6 feet tall. As you get closer, you see, it looks like kind of a clean-shaven, younger person, man. But as you get closer, you see this green-tinged skin that seems to be kind of sloughing off the bones in places. Slawing is a great word, by the way.
Slawing it off.
Mm-hmm. And as you get closer, you see there not only is this bullet hole in the creature's shoulder, which is it's currently like rolling with this sickening cracking squelch. The entity also has this old blue jacket with these gold buttons that is kind of hanging loose at this point. And in the middle of its chest, you see this sickening black chasm in the center of its chest. Very similar in position to those you saw in the victims on the beachhead. I don't know how much that registers, Eugene, because you do tackle this guy.
Yeah, I want to tackle him, and I want to hurt him, but I also want to like prove he's real.
Oh yeah, sure. Actually, I forgot, because you're doing melee, he gets to do a opposed roll.
Oh god.
So he is just going to attempt to
Chasm is a word that never looks right, no matter how you spell it.
I think they're going to attempt a maneuver against you and try to grab you as you come in.
That son of a bitch.
Yep. So they have to roll better than you. So since you rolled a regular success, they would have to roll hard success.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Don't do it.
Okay. They roll a regular success, so they are unsuccessful in grabbing you. So yeah, you end up doing what you want to do.
Yeah, I want to try to like body check him, like almost like mid jump shoulder check. And I'm probably just saying random nonsense words like, it's just figments. These people aren't real. This is ridiculous. And then I just body check him.
Okay. All right. So you body check the dude, and I'll say you're currently kind of grappling with him right now, so he wouldn't be able to get away without breaking away in some way.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. Lester.
So the one kind of is like shuffling off into the woods.
Yeah, you can see he got shot pretty much dead center and spun to the ground, but you see the legs like slowly. All you see is like the bottom part of the legs, which are just sort of like pushing against the ground and pushing themselves farther into the brush. So it looks like they're kind of crawling into the woods a little bit more.
Okay.
They're pretty far from you. You could rush all the way up there if you wanted to, but
yeah, I guess I'll just spend my turn running over towards the guy that's crawling away, try to catch up to him.
Okay. Alrighty. I'll say you'll get up to there. You probably won't have enough time to like get up there and then ready your gun to do anything with it. Are you kind of like following the trees, or are you just charging up the path, or?
No, I think Lester's just gonna straight charge up the path.
Okay. Then as you're getting close, Eugene, because you're in a poor state of mind, I'm going to give you a spot hidden roll, Eugene. But Lester, you're definitely going to see this.
Boom!
Great.
Extreme.
I see everything.
Eugene, as you're crashing into this guy and clutching at Vincent, the second person, you see farther up the path, a little bit around the curve. Lester, you're going to see this too. There is another person in Civil War fatigues with a rifle in hand that is just starting to bring it to bear. Lester, you would see this as well. And you're kind of getting right up to the point where the bearded guy is you see is sort of like rolling over onto their back and clutching their chest, where there's this like one sickening bullet hole and the other sickening old cavity in their heart. Their flesh is kind of like green and rotten looking. So yeah, you definitely see another person coming down the road or down the path as well.
Okay. If I can, I'm gonna try to like put like a tree between myself and the person that's standing. But yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can do that. It's easy enough to duck off the woods. I'm going to say you're probably about 10 feet away from the brush where you saw Joseph Turner go down.
Okay.
And then yeah, another 10 or 15 feet out into the path is Eugene with Vincent. Last one is Lewis. Actually, with your extreme success, Eugene, not only do you notice that there's the third Civil War person coming down the path, but you see a couple more figures farther back along the trail, just through the trees. It's hard to say, but you see a couple more bodies coming in y'all's direction.
Like actually moving bodies, right?
Yeah. So you see, like, very clearly, you're wrestling with a Civil War guy right in front of you. Farther up the path, not too much farther, maybe 20 or 30 feet up the path from you, is another Civil War person. And then farther behind them are at least a couple more people coming.
Okay.
Vincent, the one you were grappling with, Abe, is going to attempt to clock you with the butt of his gun.
I'm sure my 110 pounds can handle it. I'm ready.
That's right. So your options now are you can attempt to dodge or attempt to fight back. In some way, it's a little bit harder to fight back.
I would like to dodge.
Okay.
So do I roll my dodge?
You would roll your dodge. Yep.
Oh god.
Okay. So with that, the Civil War guy that you were fighting just kind of like checks you with the body of his gun, and as you kind of stagger back a step, he just swings the butt end of his gun across at your face. Vincent, what's your damage, man? That's not too bad. So, he clocks you for 6 damage.
Son of a bitch.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. It's a D3, not a D6. That would only be 4 damage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I rolled a 5, so
I'm still alive.
So, yeah, 4 damage. Cracks you across the face with that, which smarts. And he yells back over his head, "Lewis, they shot Joseph!" Next up is Lewis, who also charges up and will attempt to butt you with his gun as well. So now there are 2 Civil War soldiers kind of pounding on Eugene a little bit.
Ouch!
Lewis, Pills here.
Bales here.
Ouch!
Yep. All right.
Lewis.
Right. So
He actually healed me. He brought in a tourniquet.
okay. You were clocked for 6 damage.
Oh no!
On an extreme
Have to
success.
make him 0.
Oh,
That'll take me down to 0.
Oh,
All right, so you are clocked, and Eugene slumps to the ground at the feet of these two, Civil War folks. Jimmy, I need you to make a spot hidden check.
uh-oh.
Get the fuck out of there!
success.
Nice,
Okay.
nice.
As you're kind of glancing northward and seeing this happening, you look back to check your gun and go, to the southeast, east-southeast, more east than south, through the woods, you hear the snapping of branches, and you see a figure coming through the woods towards you.
Figure in Civil War garb.
It's hard to say. They look pretty burned.
What?
They look pretty burned.
Oh no! Get
Yeah,
the
I'm
fuck
gonna
out
Oh
of here.
shit!
They don't seem to have noticed you yet. They're not coming directly in your direction, but they seem to be going in general towards the beach.
Burn.
Beach.
Yep. Yep. You see. You got a success. Yeah, you see a figure heading towards the beach.
All right, but Eugene is down at the feet of two of them.
Yep.
Yeah, Jimmy's gonna move closer to where Eugene is, and then find like a closer tree to take cover behind and take a shot at one of them over Eugene.
Okay.
But he's gonna yell, "Yeah, that fucker we set on fire's here," and like kind of gesture back over his shoulder in case anyone's looking, and then
Sure.
he's going to take a shot at one of the ones over Eugene.
Alrighty. If you're moving up closer, then it's going to be a regular roll.
Regular success.
Regular roll.
Blam, blam.
This was the one you shot, or that Leland shot before, or the new one?
One that Leland shot.
All right.
Wounded.
Boom! Another shot rings out into Vincent's shoulder, and he says, "Damn it!" That's what he says. He looks pretty hurt,
Damn it!
but I mean, he's also been shot twice, and he's still standing up.
Yeah, and Abe got punched twice and he's dead. So.
Double dead. Maybe I'm just unconscious, but Nick is definitely dead.
Leland. Sorry, Lester. In front of you, you see a figure. You see the tip of a rifle kind of stand up, and a hand kind of clasping it, and a body kind of using the rifle as a post to kind of pull themselves up. You see the bearded man you saw before stand up, kind of scratch a little bit at the bullet wound in his chest, and looking around at what's happening. Kind of just calmly says, "You get him, and let's get back to camp." And he starts to move up, walk north along the path, keeping to the trees this time. So he's going to have a little bit of cover moving forward, but he's going to start moving back up and take a shot here at. I think he's going to shoot at you, Lester, because you're closest.
Okay.
So I think your options here, if you wanted to like dive for cover, that would he's already going to have a penalty because you're behind cover. You can give him another penalty die by like diving to the ground, but I think that gives you like a penalty die on your next action.
Okay.
Unbalancing yourself.
Yeah. Okay. I won't dive for cover. I'll just
Hope
hope
the
that
tree's
he
enough.
whiffs. Yep.
Sure. Okay. All right, Joseph Turner. Okay. So he fires, and a chunk of wood splinters off of the tree that you're standing behind, and he yells, "Come on now, grab him, and we'll get out of here." Leland, you now see these two folks are grabbing Eugene's body, who you hear a groan coming from, and they're preparing to drag him northward.
I'm gonna fire at one.
Okay.
No.
Oh no.
Oh no.
could spend 24 of your 25 luck.
Why'd you have a penalty die? Were you
I thought you said I had a penalty die at this range.
Yeah, I guess you could move closer if you wish to.
I will move closer.
Yeah,
I
you
feel
can
like a
move
9
closer and
is so
still
much
like
better.
keep in the trees and everything.
Fire.
All right, go for it.
Yeah.
Got it. Which one are you shooting?
The one on the left.
All right, yeah. There's one that's damaged and there's one that's not damaged.
The one that's damaged.
All right, Vincent is damaged.
Take
All
that,
right,
Vincent.
so Vincent's kind of reaching down. The two of them have just rifle butted Eugene to unconsciousness. Vincent's kind of reaching down with his right arm to scoop Eugene. And as he's reaching down, your gunshot goes off, and it takes him right in the right shoulder. His arm completely flying off of his body, and the body spins to the ground. The body of Vincent spins down. And I'm assuming you're kind of taking cover in the trees as well?
Yes.
All right. Eugene, you are unconscious. All right, Lester.
All right. Does Vincent look like he's still, up in a? Well, he's down, but is he like still kind of moving around?
This has all happened pretty quick. So if you wanna, you would have to spend some time watching him. Really, he's kind of, the way I imagine it is he just sort of spun to the ground in front of you.
Okay.
So he hasn't had a whole lot of time to act yet.
Okay.
He had his arm shot off.
Lester will turn to Lewis because he's heard Lewis's name, and he'll say, Lewis, you deserting piece of shit. And he's gonna fire his shotgun at Lewis.
Okay. Lewis, I think, is going to dive to the ground to impose a penalty die on you.
Okay.
That son of a bitch.
Plus 1p.
Dive for cover.
You deserve a piece of shit.
Just barely.
Got it. Nice.
All right. Lewis will take 6 damage.
Damn.
Okay. Nice. All right. Vincent, it doesn't have his rifle or anything, but you see that his left hand kind of claws forward and is sort of trying to push the body back up, but it's not doing much at the moment. So Vincent's still prone and apparently unarmed, but moving. Lewis is going to kind of get back up to his feet a little bit, and he slings the rifle over his shoulder and grabs Eugene and starts to move. He doesn't get very far since he had to stand up and like get his rifle back. So he doesn't get super far, maybe about another 10 feet away. But before Jimmy's turn, Lester and Leland will probably be the first to see this. You end up seeing two pretty modern-looking people in workman's clothes, sort of like work pants and boots. That come around. One of them levels a rifle and begins. They're gonna just begin taking shots.
The ghosts?
Nope.
Run away!
Actually, you recognize one of these two dudes from the truck.
Oh, that guy was so weird.
Mm-hmm. Richard from the truck.
What a dude.
Yep. So they're gonna have. They're kind of firing blindly since they don't really know where people are very well. There's still going to be a chance they're going to be hitting. Again, the weapons they're using seem to be a pretty old Civil War muzzleloader types.
Workman.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. All these people are using pretty
Flintlock.
classic Civil War rifles. So one of them's going to be rolling here against Lester. And miss.
Good.
One of them is going to be shooting towards. I'm just rolling against Lester and Leland because you guys are closest here. Oof. Lucky shot's going to get you, Leland. Not for a lot. They don't do a ton of damage with these, but well, maybe they do. No, it's me. But yeah, a bullet hits you for 3 damage.
Okay.
For your kind of lucky shot catches in the arm from behind the tree. And Jimmy, you, after shouting, you see that these figures are approaching and centering on you. You now see that there are 2 burned figures lurching through the trees towards you.
Towards me.
After you shouted a caution to your compadres.
Cool.
They will be on you very shortly here. I'm gonna say they're basically right up to you, but you have your turn to do stuff. Eugene, in your mind, yells.
How far away is Eugene?
So Eugene,
I was supposed to just shoot with no penalty. I don't know.
yeah, Eugene's probably like 30 feet away from you, and you see that there are 2 more people with rifles. Then now one of them just shot Leland as well.
Can I get to Eugene?
So Vincent's down. Lewis is dragging Eugene. Joseph has a rifle that he's taking shots at you guys. So there's 4 people north.
Okay.
All of them are past Lester and Leland. And there are 2 people approaching you from the south.
And which
as far as bad guys go.
Which direction is the beach?
You guys are kind of on the beach.
On the beach.
Yeah, you're at the edge of the woods on the beach. But it's east.
I'm going... I can get to Eugene?
You could. You know that you would be toe to toe with Lewis, and you would be basically point blank with Joseph and short range with a couple of workers with rifles.
Fuck it. Jimmy's gonna...
Bucket spells TPK.
Think of the baby.
Jimmy's gonna get hunker down a little bit, but run.
Uh-huh.
And he's going to attempt to shoulder Lewis out of the way and throw Eugene over his shoulder.
Sure.
And then, so east is beach, but there's no cover. Yeah, he's gonna hunker down, kind of run, and grab Eugene, and then just kind of run into the woods away from all of this shit.
Okay.
So I guess
you can probably with some rolls you could probably get Eugene and get about to the tree line.
Okay.
Probably not too far into the trees.
Right.
Since you're already running 30 feet just to get to them.
Yeah, his goal is get Eugene, throw him over his shoulder, and get back into cover, and then just kind of run with him at some point.
Okay. So you're going to be trying a fighting maneuver. So go ahead and roll your brawl versus Lewis.
Well, that's
Regular success.
Good, right?
Let's see what he does. He's got a 50%. Okay. You are able to shove him away from Eugene and grab Eugene and get Eugene kind of in the tree line.
Yeah.
You kind of shove Lewis back and get to the tree line. Joseph Turner at this point says, do I gotta do everything myself? And he is going to take a shot at you, Jamie.
No. Can I dodge? Is that a thing I can do?
No, you can just dive for cover.
Then I won't be able to get up and run next turn then.
I think, yeah, like things are harder. Like you wouldn't be able to do as much. There are rules for this, but
Okay,
yeah.
I don't. Okay, cool. I just take it.
Use me as a shield.
I use
All
Eugene
right.
as a meat shield.
Do it. Do it.
I don't.
Do it. I'm here in spirit.
All right, Jimmy. So as you are,
Damage. Why are you rolling damage?
as you, even with penalty die,
It's
as
not
you
good with the DM.
as you drag, are dragging Eugene.
Oh, he's over my shoulder. I'm strong as fuck.
Sure. As you are carrying Eugene towards the trees, you feel a thump into your side as another rifle blast goes off, and you are damaged for 6.
Oh,
Jesus.
6 damage.
It's cool. It's cool. I have 2 left. It's fine. Jeez. Okay.
All right. That was Joseph Turner's turn. Leland.
I'll fire at the guy who fired at Jimmy.
All right. That would be the bearded man.
Regular.
All right. Got him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Damage.
All right. The body flies backwards and slumps into the ground, the gun flying wide from Captain Joseph Turner. Eugene. It's unconscious.
Do something, Eugene.
Lester. So you're also looking at this point, I guess I can add more names to
Oh god.
to the screen so you guys know who you're dealing with here. We got Richard. We got Dean.
Just a couple. Just a couple. Run away.
All right, Lester. So Lewis just got shoved back from Eugene.
okay.
Jimmy's diving towards the woods when he gets shot by the rifle of Joseph Turner. Leland, in turn, shoots the bearded Civil War Captain Joseph Turner. The 2 people in work clothes are Richard and Dean, that both fired guns, and then they're kind of looking down at their guns and tossing them to the side as they're not really sure how to reload them, and pulling out knives, moving into the woods. And then in the woods, you hear rushing towards where Jimmy was, actually towards you and Leland at the moment, are 2 burned bodies of Civil War soldiers.
Okay. So, who is up and has a weapon? Richard and Dean they're up and they have knives. Lewis is up. Is he armed?
Lewis has a rifle.
Okay.
But he's also fired it, so
Okay.
he
So
would have
you'd
to
have to
reload.
reload. All right.
I don't know. Do they deal with ammo in this game?
They're probably out of it. They're probably out of ammo.
It's a horror game. I'm assuming there's ammo in this game.
Yeah.
But all right.
There's
Yes.
one.
So Lewis has a gun. There's one person with a gun in the road, and he's also wounded.
Okay. And then the 2 burned guys, can I see if they have any weapons? Or are they like kind of hidden still?
They are coming. They have knives.
Okay.
They have like the bayonets that you saw before.
All right. I'm going to shoot at Lewis.
Sure.
I guess that'll be my first thing.
Oh no.
Oh, come on.
Can you
All
push
right.
combat rolls?
You cannot.
Shit.
You cannot.
Yeah. I would if I could.
You could use luck.
It's true. You know what? Let's use
I
the
mean-
luck.
19 really isn't that bad.
That's a lot, but still, yeah. Let's do it. I think now is probably the time.
Okay.
And then, oh, does he need to do like a dodge or something?
He I think already. No, he's not going to.
Okay. All right.
Because he's got stuff he needs to do, so he wasn't going to do that.
Shoot him.
So
Shoot his freaking head off.
he'll take 6 damage.
Okay. Do not shoot his head off. He's looking very, very wounded.
And then I guess I'm not really sure what the spatial relationship is, but I'm gonna try to move in such a way to put as much distance between myself and as many of the oncoming guys with knives as possible.
Okay. I guess just to help out with the spatial stuff, if you pull up the party sheet and go to order, in fact, I'll just share with everyone. Can I do that? Sync client view, preload image. No. So there's an order page where you can do like marching formations and stuff.
I feel like you made that up.
Nope. No, that's a thing.
Oh.
So Jimmy's here
Oh.
with Eugene.
Oh, look at that. Nice.
Here's how I was picturing it. Leland and Lester were like right around there.
Mm-hmm.
You got Lewis is kind of out here in the road somewhere. This is all just Nick. Too soon. This isn't even how close these guys are, but
Just shrink
just
him down.
as far as just as far as like relationship where everyone is. Then you got Richard and Dean kind of approaching in from here. So here's kind of the tree line. I was kind of picturing like Lester and Leland right at the tree line. And then
Beaches to their
Path.
line.
yeah, and then there's the beach over here with the waves.
Okay.
And over here is trees. Done.
That's a good tree. You know,
Thanks.
that's good. You know what? I'm gonna give you a green light for that.
Nice.
All right. So I guess I'll shoot Lewis, and then actually I'm going to kind of move a little further into the woods.
Sure. Yeah, and you definitely hear the two bodies like shambling towards you guys as well, cutting off your southern path. Okay. Yeah, you got him. He's looking pretty hurt. Add this. August and Jacob are going to, at this point, catch up with you guys because they were chasing Jimmy. They were hot on Jimmy's heels.
Sweet
So-
Jesus.
They are, I think, both going to come towards Lester because they were in the woods. Yeah, they'll probably see Lester first. So the two of them converge on you, Lester. You may. The first one that's going to attack you is August. You may either fight back or dodge.
I'm gonna try to dodge.
All right. Go for it.
Oh,
Failure. Spend your luck if you want it.
Spend it. Spend it.
sure, yeah, let's spend it.
Actually, you know what? He failed anyway, so you don't even need to spend it.
Oh, okay.
You can take it back. Because he didn't even get a success.
Oh, okay. So you only roll dodge against a success.
Well, yeah, you would roll.
Roll anyway.
Yeah, I think you could roll anyways.
Okay.
Then next guy gets, because you're now getting overwhelmed with 2 attackers, gets a bonus die for surrounding you. This is Jacob. These burned corpses swinging at you. Jacob says, "You should have listened. You're gonna meet our master anyway." All right, he is gonna clock you for 3 damage
Okay.
as he slams into you with this knife. That's August and Jacob. Richard and Dean are going to charge up here. Actually, I think... Nah, they're not going to check on Joseph. Because they know stuff. Jimmy, they're both going to charge towards you. And the first one, Richard is going to swing at you.
I fight back.
Oh?
Okay.
What do you want to do? You have a regular success.
Is he just punching at me? What's he doing?
He is stabbing at you with a... Actually, no. He's kind of clubbing at you with a crowbar, and a digging tool.
A digging tool.
You know what I'm gonna do? Can I? Okay. Sorry, Eugene. When he goes to club him and he raises his arm, I'm gonna throw Eugene at him really hard.
Okay, so you're kind of trying to knock him over.
Yeah.
So you're gonna roll your brawl.
Okay.
You would have to get a hard success to beat him.
Okay.
Because he got a regular success.
Eugene is with you. Spend the points.
18 luck to make it a hard
Do
success.
Okay. All right. So you pull off your fighting maneuver and knock over Richard Gibson as he swings at you. His accomplice is going to swing at you with a similar tool. As you do this, you throw Eugene and knock over Richard. Do you have a smart comment you wanted to? No.
Ah!
Okay. The other guy swings at you and is going to club you.
You can't do anything during a second attack.
No.
You already did something. Okay.
Yeah. So
Oh God, I'm down. I'm down regardless.
So he does 3 damage.
Okay, I'm at -1.
All right. So you are unconscious as well. That would leave us with Lewis, who is Leland. Why don't you roll your luck?
Okay.
Do it, Leland.
Nope.
What is that?
Not good.
Not lucky. All right. Does that mean Lewis's gun does not jam? So Lewis is going to. What happened?
I'm just talking to Abe in the chat.
Oh. All right. All right, Leland, you get winged again with another bullet for 4 damage.
Okay.
We got this. I'm feeling good.
And Leland, you are up.
All right. I will shoot the closest specter.
Sure, you are pretty close to both August and Jacob, who are kind of clubbing at Lester, who is the only ally of yours still standing.
All right, and I will shoot at August.
Okay. These guys both look pretty damaged already, like they're barely hanging on.
Okay.
Got him.
Oh,
Kablam.
yeah. There it is.
Blasted him. Yep. Yeah, so August's body flies backwards from Lester, and with a thud slumps against a tree and lies on the ground. You want to do anything else? You want to move at all?
Am I in immediate danger of being shot if I stay behind this tree that I'm behind?
Well, Lewis seems to be kind of consistently reloading his gun with some skill.
Okay.
So Lewis is still. I mean, it is an old rifle, so there's always a chance it's going to jam. But
Right.
but he's been taking pretty consistent shots.
All right. I guess. Well. Are any trees going to provide me with more cover than the one behind, or is it?
Well, so right now I was picturing you right at the edge of the tree line, so you can move deeper in if you wanted to, which would definitely provide more cover.
Okay, I will do that then.
All right, so we'll just situationally we'll put you more this way. Delete August. All right, Lester, that may leaves you.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot at Jacob.
Sure, point blank. So there's no since you have your sawed off, you have no penalty for that.
Holy shit.
Man,
Got it.
I tell you what.
Jacob, once again, a big chunk of his chest sort of flies off, spattering a tree, and he flies backwards to the ground. So he's also down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move in a different direction from Leland, but also further into the woods.
Okay. With that, I don't think these guys are going to be pursuing you with the damage you've caused already, because they already have two bodies plus all their friends to deal with. So Lester and Leland are able to slip away into the woods, to reconvene later after the dust has settled, and Jimmy and Eugene, Lester and Leland slip away. Eugene and Jimmy are left alone, unconscious, with the walking corpses and also survey team. I think that's a great point to take a little break.
Good, I got to pee, and I need a drink.
And we will reconvene with Lester and Leland to see what you guys are going to do after you meet back up.
Okay.
I have to unplug my chair. BRB!
Cool. That's a wrap. Yeah. Ice cream was such a good idea. Thanks.
Is there a way to turn down your webcam mic sensitivity?
I don't know. Probably. Tell me the problem. What's
I
happening?
just think I hear everything I'm doing through your webcam mic, like my spoon hitting the bowl and stuff. I can hear the webcam.
Is that better? I mean, I think the webcam's going to pick up stuff like that. Sharp noises the webcam's going to pick up. I can change it so it doesn't pick up your voice as much. Maybe. I just don't like wearing a headset. It hurts my ears. I was not expecting you to chase in, Abe. Charge out there. I think he was going to charge him.
Yeah.
All right, sorry. I got cheese and crackers.
Cheese and crackers.
Did I miss anything? Is everyone dead?
Nope.
Not yet.
Just Nick. Hmm.
Just Nick.
And I'm completely fine with it, but Nick was my favorite.
Oh, good.
I mean, he did extra damage on a brawl. Look at him. Boom!
I'm sorry, guys. Leland's going to decide to go after the two boys, but meaning Jimmy and Eugene. But I gotta go, guys. I'm sorry.
Bye,
Alright.
Jane.
We'll see you.
Lester, I believe in you. I mean, if anyone's going to be able to save us, it's going to be Lester.
Well,
You deserting sons of bitches.
That's right.
All right. Well, Lester, I will say you are able to catch back up with. Better pull up Leland here. You're able to catch up with Leland. What do you want? What do you want to happen? Where do you want to meet up?
So I wasn't thinking about like a full retreat. I was thinking just kind of get deeper into the woods and then, while they're busying themselves trying to pick up all the bodies, seeing if we can like sneak back around and, sneak up on them.
Okay. So as you kind of regroup with Leland in the woods, you see you hear some voices from farther up the road. So right now you see there are where are their names? I just had them. They're there. Lewis looks really hurt. Slowly, within the next minute or two, while you're like regrouping and getting back together with Leland, you see Lewis and Joseph Turner slowly standing back up, though they still look like really damaged and they're moving pretty slowly. They do stand back up, as does August and Jacob. Again, like all these people that went down and got defeated, look like they're pretty much on death's door. So they're shambling around pretty slowly, but still awake, still up. And you also hear a shout from farther up the road saying, "Richard, Dean, everything under control." Yeah, Carl. Everything's fine.
Oh, that's
We
Carl.
got two more for the festivities tonight.
Uh-oh.
So while this is happening, it looks like Lewis is sort of standing on the road with his rifle, sort of watching around in the trees, watching for you guys, basically for any kind of a second attack, that kind of thing. While Richard and Dean start picking up Jimmy and Eugene. The other three are just sort of dealing with themselves. So August, Jacob, Vincent, and Joseph Turner, the four that were damaged, are just sort of like getting themselves back up. And so that's what you're looking at. So
All right. Yeah, that's gonna be kind of tough to try to rush in and take out all those guys. I guess Lester will just suggest to Leland, maybe we can just follow them back to kind of track them back to their base and see if we can maybe do something from there.
sure. Yeah, you can do that. You travel along with them northward along the lake until up ahead you see that the path sort of opens up to the left, like the trees fall away into a big clearing. And actually, I think I have an image for this. I think I have an image for this. Nope, not that one. So there's a path that seems to be cut through the woods towards the lake. So you're kind of at the end of that path, but there's like a cable with all these pylons with ropes attached to them next to a scaffolding in the middle of the dig site. And there's a rope hanging down from the scaffolding into the middle of this big pit. There are lots of sort of kind of roughshod structures built. All these buildings seem to be kind of like roughly built out of logs and timbers recently. But that's kind of where they are taking. They take Jimmy and Eugene and put them in one of the cabins. It was starting to get dark as well, and there's one other detail I needed here. Where is it?
Was anybody doing anything with the art students at the lakeside?
Good question.
Not amongst the not amongst the Civil War people. They seem to just leave all those bodies still.
Okay. So there are like 5 temporary huts around the edge of a clearing. In the center of the clearing is kind of a blast crater. You can see like the scorch marks and traces of dirt and rock that have been strewn around from these dynamite blasts. And you see they kind of convene with who you assume is Carl, who looks like one of the survey team. He heads towards the hole, and then travels towards the farthest hut, and comes back with another set of ropes that he starts hitching up to the scaffolding to toss down the pit. Is there any equipment around the dig site, like axes, shovels? Is there any unused dynamite?
So, if you wanted to search around, you could attempt to do a stealth.
Okay.
If you want to take a look around the place.
Nice.
Got it. As you were sneaking around, so you probably wave Leland back a little bit. Also, you would have had a chance if you wanted to take a minute to administer some bandages. You could have tried to use your first aid, by the way.
Oh, sure.
Do
Yeah, I
it.
guess I'll try to do some first aid on both of us.
Sure.
I'll try to heal Leland first.
Nice.
Yeah. And then I'll try to heal myself. Oh, all right. I'll spend 1 luck. Why not?
All right. Make it rain.
Do it. Spend all your luck. You still have 33 luck?
Yeah. I don't think I've really spent much luck before for this scenario. So what does that give me? Is it 1 hit point?
Oh, that's a great question.
I think it's like 30. 30
Yeah.
points. Could be wrong.
It's 1d8 plus 1, right?
Yeah, I guess something like that. Game system. Where is it? Okay. Regular difficulty level. That is 1 hit point.
Okay.
Oh, that's cheap, Call of Cthulhu. That's cheap. I mean, it's for the hard success on Leland, I'm giving him 2 hit points.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I think that's fair. An extra hit point. How generous. So you're able to sneak around the dig site. You catch that a couple of these buildings are labeled. The one in which your friends were taken is labeled storage. Kind of like a very hastily made, hand-labeled sign that just says storage. The windows of that one are boarded up. There is a hut labeled tool shed. There. There is one as you're searching around that looks like it has tables and maybe a kitchen inside, like a mess hall, which looks fairly disused. You're kind of peeking through the windows for these ones. One of them looks like it has it's like a bunk room, like it's like a cabin with some bunks in it. And then one seems to be an office with a desk. It looks like a desk full of some maps on top of it. It's kind of what you see from the 5. Yeah, the office room, the mess hall, the bunk, the boarded up storage room, and the tool shed.
Okay. And then, what is everybody doing? Is anybody guarding anything? Or are they all kind of preoccupied with the dig site?
Yeah, good question. So it looks like the Carl and a yet unnamed 4th surveyor seem to be going back and forth between the hole and the tool shed. They're kind of grabbing ropes and stuff and working on the scaffolding, that kind of thing. Dean and Richard, the ones that knocked out Jimmy, seem to be kind of walking around warily a little bit. They seem to be walking around near the wood edge, kind of watching into the woods, kind of on some kind of a patrol and on alert. The Civil War soldiers that were damaged all go to the bunker and go inside and seem to start resting in there. Actually, the only one that wasn't damaged was Lewis, and he was still pretty hurt. So all of the Civil War soldiers actually go into the bunk room.
Okay, so the 4 not obviously zombified people are 2 are patrolling the perimeter, and 2 are going back and forth between the storage, or not the storage, the tool shed and the hole. Okay.
And then you hear lots of sounds of like digging and chipping while they're in the hole, and then they'll pull on the rope for a while. Yeah.
All right. Did I see them carry Eugene and Jimmy into the storage room?
Yep.
Did it look like they locked the door or just threw them in and closed it?
Yeah. So. Yeah, it looks like they worked some kind of a mechanism on the outside of the door. It's hard to say from far away. But
Okay.
it looks like there's. I guess while you were stealthing around, you could have seen there's sort of like a deadbolt on the front, on the outside. They bolted from the outside.
All right. I guess. Yeah, I'll. I don't know if Abe and Rachel, if you guys want to like jointly control Leland, see something to do. But I guess I'll head back to Leland and tell him. I'll kind of relay what I saw, and I'll say I'm gonna try to go in and get to Jimmy and Eugene and see if I can patch him up inside.
All right.
I bet he'd say something like, "Yeah, obviously we should do that." Then he's gonna spin his gun in the air, and then holster it.
Then he'd say, "We should leave that Jimmy fella in there, though. He's a criminal."
Yeah, criminal and likes alcohol. And then he follows you.
Yeah, because Leland's pretty good at sneaking, so...
I'd like to imagine that half of his body is controlled by Rachel and half of it is me. It's very Weekend at Bernie's, like one hand's like jazz hands, the other one's spinning his gun. It's fine. Everything's great.
I have his left arm and his right leg.
I'm playing a tambourine. It's good. It's great. We're gonna survive.
All right, so I guess we'll both try to sneak over to the storage hut.
And roll a safe.
Right. All right.
Andy,
Sure.
did you say how deep this pit is? Like, could he see how deep it was? This like dig site thing.
That's like dead center in the middle of the clearing. That would be very hard to get to since that's where the activity is
Oh,
without
okay.
being
So,
seen.
but you could tell it's some sort of like pit though.
It is some kind of a pit. It's been blasted.
Okay.
Trying
to put in some cable.
I think he's actually pretty good at stealth. Yeah.
I'm
So
like real quiet.
You sound just like him.
I would say
I know,
actually
right?
by the time you reconvene with Leland and you guys are starting to stealth up towards and kind of watching the patrol, you see the Civil War soldiers are starting to stir. You can tell it's getting dark out. It was already getting close to dusk as you guys left the cabin an hour or so ago. So as you start stealthing up, you actually see there's a little bit more activity going on at the dig site. Actually misread something about what they're supposed to do with people that get captured. So you see that there's some activity, and the Civil War soldiers are actually gathering up Eugene and Jimmy, and they're also taking with them 3 other people. You see a man, a boy, and a young girl, or a young woman. So yeah, like a teenage girl, a young boy, and a grown man, plus Eugene and Jimmy, all are pulled out of the storage shed and are start to be dragged back towards the lake.
Oh shit! We all know what happens there.
Yeah.
The man in particular looks pretty bruised and battered.
I'm guessing
Like
that's
your friends.
the other father-son hunting duo and the girl we're supposed to rescue.
So yes, they're starting to be dragged towards the lake, where you see some more. They actually drag them back down towards, if you follow them.
Yeah, I think we would.
To the posts and begin to start tying them up to the posts. They kind of casually just toss the bodies of the artists into the lake, where they float nonchalantly in the water. And Jimmy and Eugene and the others are starting to be tied to the posts.
Okay. How many
Yep.
Civil War soldiers are engaged in this?
So it looks like they're still on pretty high alert. So there are 2 of them that are kind of tying them up, while the other 3 are sort of watching around.
Okay. And then, are there any of those spike things in the vicinity?
Nope.
Okay.
Wow,
I
that's
don't see
good.
none of them are carrying any.
Andy, did they do anything with Nick, or did they just leave him there since he's dead?
They're going to start tying him up.
So they're
as
tying
well.
Nick up too.
No, they're not going to tie Nick up.
No, they don't care about Nick. That's
They
rude.
don't care about Nick.
Spent a lot of energy on
They don't
Nick.
seem to
It's
have much
fine.
interest in the dead bodies.
Okay, it's good to know. I'll put that in there. Leave dead Nick alone.
Yeah. So, but yeah, the 3 that are there seem to be on pretty high alert. I'm going to say at this point you're kind of far enough back that you're not going to risk another stealth check. But if you want to try to get close enough to act while they're being tied up, you'll probably need a stealth check to get a little bit closer.
Okay. I'm
Yeah, go ahead.
gonna whisper to Leland and say, why don't we just watch them? we might get an opening. Unless they start pulling out those spine things.
Yeah, watch him. He's gonna pull his gun and spin it. I'll watch him.
Yeah, so I guess, just kind of keep an eye, and hopefully they'll time up and go away.
Okay.
See what happens.
As they tie them up, they kind of finish tying them all up, and the two of them return. Vincent and Jacob kind of return
Nice.
to Joseph Turner and tap him on the shoulder, and he just turns around and gives them a solid nod and hands one of them his rifle, and he begins walking down to the water's edge.
Oh shit!
At which point...
Oh shit!
Uh-oh.
That was good timing.
That music, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty spooky.
Glocky, our master, we bring you further sacrifices to join in the army that grows up here in the verdant north of Vermont. We, your humble servants, thank you for the power you have given us and hope you accept this humble sacrifice. And without another word, he turns away from the lake and this, and then the five Civil War soldiers just begin. Actually, no, they are aware that you guys are still out there, MIA. So I think they will leave a guard. They will leave. Lewis and Jacob are kind of stand and watch near these posts, kind of between the posts and the woods, on the trail, just sort of keep a watch in the woods. But yeah, the other three soldiers start to head back, and as Joseph Turner, as he's heading back, he actually is going to say to the others. He says, "Tonight's the night, boys. Years and years, decades of searching. We found it. Finally blasted it free. Tonight's the night. The master gets what he needs." And he kind of claps August on the shoulder, and they share like a bracing man clasp.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. and Joseph Turner, green beard, heads back towards the dig site. At that, I would like both Eugene and Jimmy to roll for me. Actually, maybe we don't have to roll anything. Actually, I don't think we have to roll anything. Go ahead and roll your constitutions.
Oh, that sounds about right.
I'm gonna spend 2 luck. Can I spend 2 luck if I'm unconscious?
Sure.
Spend 2 luck. I don't know if I want to be awake for this. Okay, I'm gonna spend 2 luck. Oh no, I'm gonna wake up in time to get eaten. All right, I spend 2 luck. I succeed. You should push it, Abe. Push it.
Wait, can I push it? Is that a thing?
No, you can't push
Abe,
it.
push it.
No. He's like, please don't die.
No, you can't push it. All right, Jimmy, you
Push it.
you kind of blink blurrily to consciousness as you feel yourself bound to a pole with this glimmering. The sky's dark and gray over this large lake, and through your clearing eyes, you see the water before you, and you see ripples begin to appear in the middle of the lake. You end up catching the words, like that's kind of what you wake up to is Joseph Turner's words to his men as he starts walking to the north. But you are bound and tied to a log, but conscious at 1 hit point.
If I wanted to like try to get out of my bonds, like so either like a strength or a dex check, right? Probably.
That's right.
Could I do a size check?
No.
I have a size of 80, and I've not been able to make any size rolls.
Well, size of 80 helps your build. It helps a lot of passive stuff.
Yeah.
I just want to roll my 80. Okay,
just
I'm
wanna
gonna roll
roll
a
it.
dex check to try to get out of this. I don't know if there's an actual skill or if it's just dex.
Let me see. So this will be a hard strength or dex roll.
You got this. You were built for strength.
My dex
Probably.
is actually higher.
You were built for dex.
You want to push it?
Regular.
Do it. Push it.
I'm gonna,
You're
I'm gonna
dying,
push
Jimmy.
it.
Think you're
I'm
a
gonna push
kid.
it. I'm gonna push it.
Shouldn't have pushed it. Holy shit! You should have pushed it. That's amazing.
That is amazing.
Okay.
Okay.
Meeting up in here.
It's good. You guys needed to win. So we'll get back to you in a second, Jimmy, as what's happening with you. Lester, as you see what's happening and the guard kind of dwindles down to just the two, August and Jacob. What's your plan, Lester?
Yeah, so I guess now that there's two guards and he sees the water rippling, he's gonna try to. He's still gonna try to sneak if he can, but he's gonna try to rush up and sneak attack one of the guards.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your stealth.
All right, come on.
Could
Got it.
Lester and Leland like work together to do it? Could they go at the same
Sure.
time?
Yeah. What's the plan? How do you guys want to work together?
I guess we just each pick one of the guards and try to take him out.
You can do that. Absolutely. Go ahead and I can give control of Leland to. All right, you should be able to take control of Leland, Dave.
Ooh. Leland's gonna put his fingers to his eyes, and then to Lester's eyes, and like pat his shoulder into his gun, and then 2 fingers at the other guy. Then he's gonna shove off his shoulder a little bit, and he's gonna rub his hands in the dirt, and then he's gonna like fist to the sky, and then jazz hands.
Roll for pink eye.
You got all
That's how it
that?
happens. That's
I
how it
hope
happens,
you're
right?
ready.
All right. All right. Go
I'm
ahead
ready.
and roll your stealth as well, Leland.
Oh Jesus, Dan, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh, extreme.
Absolutely, yeah. So you guys are
So
able to.
sneaky.
So what I'll explain this as both as there seems to be a rippling in the water. Actually, the water seems to be bulging upwards, almost like a tarp, just kind of getting pulled, billowing softly upward in the wind, and just hovering there, 2 feet domed, 3 feet domed, just rising up. They seem to be transfixed and turn around to watch this happening. And as they're distracted, they don't see you guys coming. So, do what you want to do.
Oh God.
Lester's gonna pick. You said it was August, and who is left behind?
August and Jacob were left behind.
All right, so Lester will pick August, and he's gonna try to garrote him.
Okay.
Stealth attack.
All you have to do is not fail. Actually, I think all you have to do is not critical fail whenever you're stealthing.
Okay. Here goes. Yes.
Nice.
What's Leland doing?
So seeing Lester do that, he like smiles and he pulls out his engraved pocket watch and he tries to do the same thing.
Nice. Go ahead and make your brawl. Roll your brawl.
Shit. Oh yeah.
It's the best we've ever rolled.
Seriously,
Seems
it's like
he's
a
found
good time
his
for it.
time. And he's gonna garrot him.
Oh, you just ruined it.
Nice.
You're all out of time.
Stop. You're
I'm
making
not
it worse.
sure. And then he just does it.
All right. All right. So you guys are both able to incapacitate, garrot these guys. I mean, you both got extreme successes, right? You can pretty much decapitate. That's the word. Decapitate.
Decapacitate. Yeah, Leland will decapitate him. And he'll
Decapitate.
probably say something like, "You're always watching me. Stop watching me," as he like takes him down.
Oh wow. So yeah, you guys can basically take the heads off of these guys with those extreme success. I mean, that's what garrots are actually meant for.
Yeah.
Cutting people's heads off, basically.
Basically.
Cutting necks.
I mean, obviously.
So yeah, with a gurgle, both of these guys go down with a thump to the ground, which is then when you notice that Jimmy is kind of like rubbing his wrists, standing on the beach.
Yeah, well, as soon as Jimmy gets himself free, he's gonna start freeing other people.
Okay. So
Everyone else is unconscious.
hold up. The first thing Jimmy does, as you kind of get yourself down, and you're still pretty woozy from just waking back up, but you're still focusing eyes. Look up towards the lake, and what you see there.
Cassandra.
I'm sure it'll be great. Roll your sanity.
Pictures. I just think there's a picture in here.
I'm not concerned a lot.
There's got to be a picture in here.
I'm so glad Eugene is still knocked out.
Make a sanity roll IRL.
He actually had the sanity. Nick did not. He literally started with like 22 sanity.
All right. Shit.
I started documenting what's going on, and shit got real.
Yep.
So if you guys need, play action. Did it for Dane just in case.
So as you look up at what you see looks like you see the bulging water of the lake, and as you watch, you see that the water itself begins to part away from the apex of this bulge, and there's this almost a gray metallic mound that seems to be pushing itself up out of the water, maybe 10 feet in diameter. As it raises, 15 feet in diameter. This raising mound, and on top of the mound are these, again, similar dark gray metallic spikes, but the spikes aren't there. On some of these spikes are bodies of people. And you end up seeing there's lots of good art of this guy. I have to get the good one. Yeah, so rising up out of it, you guys will all see this, but Jimmy gets the front row seat. That's a good one.
Leave Eugene. Leave him. He lived a good life.
It's very slowly happening, but
Yep, leave him.
Why didn't it do it? Oh, there it is.
Leave him. Get the fuck out.
With these, like, you see these large yellowish eye stalks that begin poking up out of the water as well.
Yep. Get out of there.
Yep. Gotta go.
Run.
Gotta
Save
go.
it,
So
Sam.
you see that it's happening very slowly, and then behind you hear the gurgles of the last of these 2 Civil War soldiers going down to the ground.
Cool.
Nothing else has happened, but yeah, you see Eugene there. There's the girl, the father and son all seem to be still unconscious.
So the posts we were hanging from,
Huh?
like how thick are they?
They're like 6 inches, 6 inches around.
Okay, so no, I couldn't like
They're
snap
like
them.
timbers. No,
Right, I couldn't like snap them in. Okay.
no, they're like timbers.
Cool.
I mean, you could try.
But it would take a lot of effort. I couldn't just like
Try.
kick them over.
Maybe like a
Extreme.
no, yeah, probably.
And they're gonna be heavy, so I don't want to like carry bodies and them. All right, I am going to. It's like a 12-year-old boy, and then there's like the 16-year-old girl, and then the dad and Eugene. I'm gonna go to the kid first, the younger kid.
You
Okay.
son of a bitch.
Lester and Leland, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, Lester will try to cut down Eugene. Try to cut the ropes.
Okay,
Leland's going for the girl.
you can do it. Yeah, you guys are able to. You can get all of them free. In fact, the thing is still rising up out of the lake. You can see at this point now, a third eye stalk are peeking up out of the water, and you begin to see the row of this maw, maybe 5 feet across from what you can see, partially, and you just hear a rumbling. And actually, with any agitation, you guys would probably wake up any of these people as well.
Okay.
In fact, they're probably all starting to stir just by being like handled a bit.
Yeah. So I guess once we get him free, Lester's gonna say, "Head to the woods now. Get cover."
Eugene, you are the first thing you hear as you awaken are words inside your head that say, "Join me, my children." Everyone else just hears this rumbling, growling sound, but Eugene, you can kind of interpret the words due to your reading crazy books.
I don't want to go to the park, Ma.
Yeah, that's it. You can tell what the creature's saying. So if you guys start heading back towards the woods,
Yeah, leave that off too.
sure,
Yeah.
you can do that. Yeah, all the captives are moving pretty slow.
All right.
But yeah.
I'm gonna throw the kid over my shoulder.
Okay.
Does Eugene see Nick's body anywhere?
You can make a spot hidden check.
I'm gonna do that. We gotta go. Stop looking for your brother.
Mm-hmm. You do see. So you see that there are multiple bodies just sort of floating at the edge of the lake, and you recognize the jacket and white collar of your brother, Father Nicholas. Sort of, his legs are kind of on the grassy shore, and his upper torso and face are just sort of in the water, floating at the moment.
Does Eugene think he has time to try to get to him and at least get the Bible off of him?
Eugene can think whatever he would like to think. The lake itself is like, it's a couple 100 feet across, and so this creature is maybe like 100 feet away from whatever is rising up out of the water right now. At this point is probably about like 30 feet across.
Eugene is gonna quickly, and by quickly, whatever ability he has left, try to get to him and get the Bible. as like one last memento of his brother, and then run away.
Okay. Is anyone else doing anything?
No, I think Lester's trying to get.
We
He'll
gotta
grab,
go.
he'll grab somebody and try to help carry him or escort him to the woods.
Okay. So as Eugene, as you're running back down to the water, you hear a soft shout from behind you from the father, from the hunter. Who kind of follows after you and says, "What are you doing? Get away from there! Get away from that thing!" And he, as you're kind of like going into your brother's belongings and getting the Bible, he's sort of like grabbing your arm, pulling you along.
It's all I
You
have
get
left.
the Bible. Yeah, you get the Bible or whatever other effects you wanted from him. That's fine. And you hear a rumbling growl, which you just hear as a no, Eugene.
Oh God!
And as the word echoes across the lake, you hear and one of these spines shoots out of the creature.
Oh. Everything's gonna be fine, guys. Probably. I have a third character ready. It's fine.
And your dad.
They're triplets, actually. It's fine.
Dealing
Oh
20 damage.
Jesus!
Hey, don't mess with the great old ones. So the spine shoots through the Brian, and you hear a squelch and a crunch as he just like clutches at his chest as he was originally like pulling onto your shoulder and your arm. You feel yourself totally or almost dragged down to the ground as he just slumps down to the ground in front of you, Brian Hall, the hunter. But you have your Bible.
I'm gonna run as fast as I can.
He just lets out a gurgle. I need you to roll me a sanity roll.
Oh God! Everything's great. Everything's not great.
Okay. You, as you... Oh, you got good sanity. Check that out. You only suffer 1 sanity damage. You run. So you...
Very Jurassic Park.
I know you were planning on running anyways. You run, and it's not until you reach the tree line that you realize you are not holding the Bible.
Oh, son.
That it is.
Oh no!
But you are at the you instinctively run as you turn around and see this beast, and you see its quivering spines. Some of them sort of leveling in the direction of you and your friends. And you instinctively run, and it's not until you're maybe 10 feet into the trees that you realize you are not holding the Bible. What are you guys doing?
Keep running.
Yeah.
Jesus, we gotta go.
Get as far away from this lake as possible.
Lester's gonna like kind of grab him by the scruff of his neck. Jesus, boy, what are you doing? And then he's just gonna run with him.
Amazing. All right, yeah. So you guys can run off into the woods. You hear all pretense of stealth behind you as you flee the scene of the lake. Are you avoiding the dig site as well, or are you? You hear the sounds of digging and above the digging you hear some chanting.
There's so many people with guns over there. We can't go there either.
Yeah.
So many guns. We
I
just
mean,
gotta get out of here.
Do we go back to town? Like, what do we do?
I mean, do we see where there were any vehicles parked? I mean, could we steal one of their trucks?
I mean, there
Yeah.
were some trucks. There were some trucks at the edge of the dig site, like near the road where the road entrance was to the
Ooh,
dig site
That's a good idea.
area.
That's true.
Alright.
Let's
So as
commandeer
we're
your vehicle.
running, once Jimmy chills out for a second, Jimmy will suggest that they steal a truck.
Mhm.
Jimmy knows how to hotwire a truck.
Does he?
Sure.
I've read it in a book before. I'm sure I could help.
I mean,
Yeah,
Jimmy's
you can find the truck.
Is the key in it?
There is the key in it.
No, I promise. I know how to hotwire this thing.
Yeah. You can find a truck with the key in it.
All right, let's get out of here.
You hear, as you guys are getting to the dig site, you've been running for maybe a minute or so. You hear a rumbling, squelching voice echoing around the valley of this lake. You catch bits of it, Eugene. Actually, why don't you roll your mythos at this point?
Yes.
I know you don't have much of it.
Roll a 2.
All right.
Wait.
You
Can
only
I
catch-
spend my luck?
And it.
No, you kind of.
Damn it!
Can you push it?
Can I push and spend my luck?
You catch a couple bits of it. The main word you catch in the midst of this is escape. And at that, you see a few of the workers who are farther into the dig site near the crater. They're actually at this point. You see that they're yanking on a rope and seem to be hoisting up this monolithic crystal. It's probably 2 feet and 2 feet wide or so. And it seems to be glowing with the same blue that you saw the sarcophagi in the cabin glowing. And they're hoisting it up. But you guys are at the truck. A couple of them start looking around. Do you start the truck?
Yeah, let's just get out of here.
What if we run it into the crystal monolith?
Are there 2 trucks?
Look, we could save everyone here or a couple people.
Just one.
Just one truck?
Lester says, I'll do it. I'll drive the truck and try to take out that crystal. The rest of you can run.
Would it be easier to use dynamite? Is there dynamite somewhere?
There was
Eugene
dynamite in the back of the truck, but there is not at the moment.
Eugene is gonna wheezing, kind of grabbing his side. He's gonna go, I don't have much to live for anymore. Y'all seem to just someone give my brother's Bible, and he is gonna start to make his way to the truck.
Yeah, you guys are all kind of at the truck having this conversation at the moment. The
He's gonna
truck's kind of
push open the door to the truck.
sure.
All right, Jimmy's gonna start herding. Jimmy's still got the kid over his shoulder. He's gonna start herding the girl away as fast as they can move.
Okay.
Jimmy, before you go, he's gonna look at you, and then he's gonna hand you a letter. It's sealed, but he hands it to you.
Jimmy nods at him.
Lester will give Eugene a long look and then give him a salute.
Just keep an eye on him. I don't trust that Leland. You shut your mouth. You're all against me. And Eugene's jumping in the truck.
All right. You are in the truck.
I started up.
Sure.
So whatever happens, Eugene wants to aim for one of the supports that's hoisting the crystal.
Okay.
And then whatever happens after that, Andy, it happens.
Sure. So you're trying to collapse the scaffolding?
Yeah, I want the
Okay.
crystal to fall, hopefully breaking it.
Okay. All right. And Jimmy and Lester are hurting. Are you guys doing anything else at this point, or are you just getting people away from the dig site?
Yeah, I guess at this point I'll help Jimmy get the kids away.
Okay. So, how are we gonna do this? How are we gonna do this?
Can I just say I love role-playing games? Like, come on.
Uh-huh.
Does it get any better than this?
Uh-huh.
It's pretty cinematic.
Uh-huh. All right.
I feel like Eugene would try to push Lester aggressively, like, I got this! He doesn't really move, but he's gonna try.
Uh-huh. Did everyone see Endgame?
Avengers, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, did you see it?
I did, yeah.
All right, yeah, it's like it's Hawkeye and Black Widow in their scene, fighting over who's falling off the cliff. Spoilers.
Yeah. Except for poor Lester's just like, no, oh no, Eugene.
No,
Oh,
don't
no.
do that. No, don't do that.
Yeah, Eugene's last wish is like somebody get my brother's Bible, and we're like, cool, and run the other way.
We're like, fuck the Bible. Jesus, Eugene, you crazy son of a bitch.
All right. Eugene, I first off am going to need you to.
Don't do it. I'm not good at
Have
driving.
you guys ever seen Eugene drive? Because I'm going to ask for a drive auto.
What's up, Eugene?
Oh, God.
Spend all the luck.
I got all the luck. I don't have that much luck. Can I push it?
You sure can.
I'm going to crash into a tree.
Oh, God.
Go!
Can I still spend luck?
Oh,
I think you can only do one or the other.
Son of a bitch! I'm crashing into a tree.
All right. Now I think I need you. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Remember me well.
Hmm?
Remember me well.
No, whatever. You can use your luck on your push. Whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Come on.
Whatever.
There
Just
we
the
go.
last stand. All right.
All right. So you're gonna push your luck. How much of your luck are you spending?
Well, I spent 16 to hit like a regular. How much does it take to hit like a critical? I got 16 left.
It would take. Yeah, you'd have to hit a 4%. So you'd have to spend it all your luck.
All right, it's
Spend it
out.
all. All of
Eugene's
Out of luck.
He's already decided in his mind. Like he gets in the cab and he adjusts the mirror and he sees like the flames that no one else sees, but he's ready. He's ready for the departure, and he kicks open the thing. He doesn't flood the engine, just kind of taps the gas a little bit, and then he downshifts. There's glasses. He puts them on. It's dark, but he can still see fine, and then he just floors it.
All right. So you barrel off towards the ditch and the scaffolding. The survey crew and the Civil War soldiers who are there. Some of them feebly try to stand in the way, and the truck just sort of like blows them out of the way, with dark green and black stains sort of smearing the front of the truck and the windshield as you barrel through a few of these walking corpses. You crash into the one of the pillars of the scaffolding of the tripod that's built over this blast ditch, and the truck begins to flip onto its side and spin, crashing into the monolithic crystal with a shattering sound of broken stone and glass as the truck crunches into the other side of the blast ditch. Eugene, you. That's what it's going to come down to.
It's gonna be awesome when you live, but you're stuck at the bottom of a pit, and all the ghosts are real pissed.
Eugene, you suffer. So you're 1 hit point right now. I'm going to say that crashing a truck into a pit is probably going to be like 2d10 damage.
Yeah, I'll roll that. It's fine.
Go ahead and roll that.
Yeah, 2d10.
This is mostly to see if you instantly
12.
die.
Instantly dead.
Okay. Yep. So
Remember me!
Eugene crashes into the monolith. The front of the truck's, the truck kind of corkscrews a little bit in midair, crashes into the monolithic crystal, and slams into the opposite side of the blast ditch. The body of Eugene hurtling through the windshield and slamming into the rock wall of the ditch, slumping down, broken and bloody, as the Williams brothers story comes to an end. There's an echoing shriek across the valley from the lake, from the direction of the lake, as this shuddering energy seems to wisp about like cold tendrils of fog. Echoed in that shriek, you hear a chorus of voices coming from the dig site, mirroring the same tone and pain that you hear in the shriek. And then all at once, the air is silent, and the blue glow that arose from the dig site once before is no longer there.
That boy did it.
I reckon he did.
Maybe we should get his Bible.
Jimmy doesn't stop moving. Jimmy just keeps going.
You're right. Fuck that Bible.
Lester will help Jimmy get the kids, further down the road, at least, for maybe like a couple miles, just to make sure things seem safe. And then he is eventually gonna double back and try to see if he can find this Bible.
Mm-hmm. I'll give you the spark notes of what you see there. You see, glancing about, you see corpses everywhere. You taking a peek into the dig site area, you see that there are bodies. The bodies of the survey crew and the Civil War soldiers lie still where they were before. And there are the shattered remnants of the scaffolding and fragments of the crystalline monolith are scattered amongst the debris of the blast hole. Down at the lake, the water is still and black, as if a mirror. You can see the silvery clouds and moon reflected in this lake. On the shores of the lake, you see the remaining bodies of the artists, as well as Father Nicholas, and also the hunter, Brian Hall. And at the feet of Brian Hall's body, you do see a blood-stained Bible.
All right. Assuming the spine is in Brian, Lester will pull the spine out, and then he'll grab the Bible and he'll just leave.
Okay, you got it. You guys are able to make it back to town without further incident. Those few survivors of this adventure. And as shaken about the events of what happened, the Alistair Hall, I think that's his name, the child, doesn't know how to explain what happened. The object of your guys' search, she can't make any sense of what was Jane Strong. She has no idea what just happened. But Lucas Strong is happy to get his daughter back and does give you guys the reward, as petty as that may seem now, with the loss of your friends and companions and the end of the Williams line. Did you guys have anything else you wanted to do in Bennington, or shall we shoot for more of like a little epilogue of what fallout may and whatever may happen next?
I don't think Lester has anything specific he wants to do in town.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You guys are able to then make it back to your I don't know, is your home base in Boston still, or did you guys ever I know you had been invited to Arkham because of some of the things you've seen, to be with some like-minded individuals at the Miskatonic University, where the professor you had worked with before was. But regardless of where you end up, you are contacted by a Professor Henry Armitage from the Miskatonic University with a suggesting that you may have some common cosmic mysteries to discuss, and dangers about the world that he thinks that the collaboration between himself and people of your skills may be just what the world needs. So you are invited to go there. But amidst these ancient trees, we lost both of the Williams brothers.
So who got Eugene's letter? Was it Jimmy?
Jimmy did.
Yeah, Jimmy got it.
Okay. So I guess, yeah, at some point Lester would meet up with Jimmy just to see what the letter had, if there was any like next of kin to send the Bible to or anything like that.
Yeah, Jimmy, so the envelope was sealed. Was it addressed, like the outside of the envelope?
Yeah, the outside was it was written Nicky Boy.
Oh, it was to his brother.
Yep.
Okay.
The Bible, it was black leather. It was well worn. The pages were gilded, but most of the gilding had kind of removed after the years. There's several long, dog-eared pages, well worn, well read. You can tell. There's even like almost fingerprints where the ink is long removed. Psalms 23, Corinthians 1:16 was there. Psalm was there, and there's one that's circled that says, "Don't be afraid, just believe." But there's some written notes in the first page, in the actual Bible itself. It seems to be like a note to his brother.
Oh, notes to each other. That's nice. Is there like, I don't know, like some old Bibles have like family trees in them, right? Is there a family tree in the Bible? That's not a thing that's in Bibles.
The Bible itself just seems to be just a well-worn Bible, and it was the note itself seems to be, depending on when you looked at it, it seemed recent. And same thing with a note. The note seemed pretty recent as well.
All right. Did Father Nicholas mention any sort of like church that he was a part of, or monastery or anything like that?
He did not, and in all of his time, he never actually mentioned a church that he belonged to.
Okay.
Fake church.
I feel like Lester would probably take the Bible and go to wherever the nearest church is, and just kind of walk into the sanctuary and just kind of leave the Bible on the altar, and then just walk out.
Nice.
Like, I guess for like epilogue, if we wanted to cover that, I think Lester, with all the shit that he's seen, he's probably just gonna retire to. He's gonna take the reward money that he got, and he's gonna try to buy a small farm and just kind of live a quiet, simple life. Maybe his things might catch up with him and he'll feel unsettled, but for now he's just gonna want to try to live a quiet, simple life.
All right. I would say Lester and Jimmy, I know would probably be pursued by. You were both approached in person if neither of you reach out to this Dr. Henry Armitage from Miskatonic University. But it's a kind of an older gentleman who would probably try to seek you guys out in Boston if he couldn't find you, if you didn't seek him out on your own. He's kind of an older gentleman, kindly, but with a cane. Almost similar in appearance to Dr. Milton Wagner, Professor Milton Wagner you had worked with before, but much less gruff from what you've seen. But this Dr. Henry Armitage says, from what I've heard here, you've seen some dangerous things here. Gauging by the battered and bruises I see on you, you may have seen some more recently. My colleague, Professor Wagner, tells me you've come into some possession of some artifacts, strange artifacts, books, things that cannot be explained by any history or knowledge of man. I have an opportunity to keep these things safe in our university museum. We have a system we've borrowed from our colleagues in France to keep these things hidden from those that might seek them. I believe these objects you found, the journals in particular, are dangerous. I could use, if you'll allow it, I strongly recommend that we keep these objects safe where no one else can be hurt by them or use them for nefarious means. And of course, seeing as how either of you have been involved in these treacherous times and these incursions from the unknown beings we're only yet learning about, I, of course, would welcome any of your assistance that you would be able to provide in protecting these secrets.
Secrets.
You mean like you need like a guard for a museum?
We have guards for the museum. We don't have any that can handle these sort of problems. The problems that these sort of things bring. I'll just assume that the spine of Glacky is nearby. He kind of nods towards that.
Oh, shoot.
Because you took that with you, right, Lester?
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn.
And Jimmy's willing to sort of like take on a job as long as like he can negotiate like some sweet pay and benefits for his wife and kid.
Sure.
He wants assurances that like they will be safe.
Sure.
And Jimmy will read, because Jimmy wasn't going to read the letter, but Eugene gave Jimmy the letter after Nick was already dead.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
he
Jimmy, because I was like Jimmy's not going to read his brother's letter, but like he gave it to Jimmy after Nick was dead. So
Mhm.
Jimmy will read the letter.
That was just the page of the Bible, right, with the notes in it.
No, Eugene handed
Mhm.
the
Yeah,
sealed
there's an
envelope.
actual note to his brother Nick.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it was Nicky Boy. And at first I was thinking Jimmy's not going to read that, but then like he gave it to Jimmy after Nick was already
That's
dead,
true.
so he
That's
would
true.
read it.
Did I share with you? I don't know if I don't remember if I did. It's in my character sheet, Andy. You took it away from me. I can't see it.
I did. You know all your control is.
They're dead. They're gone.
Just forget about it.
It's actually a whole note in the Bible too. I got ready to die. I was ready.
I see that. Okay, it's in your inventory. Jimmy.
Jimmy.
How do I open this? There it is.
It's sealed. Damn it.
Unseal the tome.
It's written in a foreign language. It's not written in a foreign language.
Make a sanity check. Reading text.
And Jimmy's dead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he's Dr. Armitage is he treads. He seems like sincere and urgent about his wish to like keep all of these artifacts you guys have been finding, the journals, like Turner's journal, plus the journal from the haunted house in the last mission. All these artifacts you guys have been finding, he considers dangerous and definitely strongly urges them to be left in the care of the Miskatonic, where he believes he has a place that would be safe for them. And he also seems hopeful that but not pushy about helping.
Yeah, I think Lester would trust his intentions and give him, the artifacts that he has.
Mhm.
But I've seen in my 23 years between the war and this shit, I've just seen way too much. I can't. I just want to grow some turnips.
Nice.
Got ligged pipes. I got to grow some turnips.
That's right.
Just want to grow some turnips. Yeah, he just nods and I wish you the best, and I do hope that you would. Well, I'll leave you a forwarding address to us. Please write to me, telegraph if you ever need assistance. We who have seen hints of the mythos must guard each other. Please reach out if you need anything, as I hope you would allow me to do the same.
Yep.
All right. What's Jimmy's plan? Is Jimmy gonna grow turnips?
No, Jimmy's gonna sign on as
Or
like
Arkham?
go to Arkham, and as long as Professor Armitage can sort of assure him that like his wife and kid will have a safe place to live and like can be insulated from this somehow, and
Mhm.
he'll have like he can tell his wife that he is just a museum, a well paid museum guard.
Jimmy got a real bad bullet shot.
Oh yeah,
Jimmy might I don't know, have some kind of like a stitch in his side for the rest of
Yeah.
his life or something.
Also, if the professor could, like, point him in the direction of some psychiatric help, Jimmy has some faith
Absolutely.
he's to recover.
He has colleagues that would be Dr. Francis Morgan in particular, who would be happy to help you with some private psychotherapy sessions.
Yeah, Jimmy's gonna need some of that shit.
All right. But I think that's a good epilogue to see like what direction the meta plot's going, as well as where some of the characters are going. We'll touch base with Dane to see if he's just making another character, or what Leland's going to be doing.
Leland's gonna ride off in the sunset on a saddled horse.
But I mean, at this point, Leland has now seen like a crazy beast rise out of a lake and shoot a spike in the guy's chest.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
That's some crazy shit.
Leland's gonna need some intense psychotherapy.
mhm.
He's
gonna
already
start
like
Rankin.
paranoid.
Yep. But yeah.
I gotta make another character.
Yeah.
Better make
Sorry.
triplets this time so we can get
Yeah,
through them all.
I'm gonna make 3 just in case.
I mean, if this really were supernatural, we'll just have to wait till next season, and they'll probably both.
Yeah,
go
they're
live.
gonna come back.
Just rescue each other from hell.
Not-
Yeah,
not
it'll
really.
be his mom or something. Oh, maybe it'll be his
That's
mom.
something you.
Make their mom, who's
She
so
is not
pissed.
dead the whole time.
She's on a rampage because somebody killed her kids.
Who killed my kids?
Give her a
It'll be
Tommy
great.
gun.
Oh
It'll
wow.
be great. Are you, Andy? Are you planning on making like a prep session? Because I don't remember how to make characters at all. I would
Yeah.
like help with that.
Yeah, we can do that.
And I also don't know if Dane's on, like, if he's at the beach next week either. So maybe it might be a good
Yeah,
plan
we can
to
do that.
make stuff. I don't know. I'm just throwing it
We
out.
can hang out. We can just hang out, plan on hanging out and making characters next week, and that'll give me a chance to see about. I have an idea for the next scenario I wanted to run, which is actually in Arkham. I kind of wanted to transition more to doing an Arkham stuff. However, also there are a ton of like bigger campaigns. We've been doing kind of their one shot adventures. I know they've been taking like 3 or 4 sessions, but
We like to role play.
yeah. Well, yeah, and I don't even think they were intended for one session as like one shots, but they're just one-off adventures. But they do have like pre-written kind of campaign things that are pretty well liked. I think there's like a Mountains of Madness one where we go to Antarctica.
Oh, hell yeah.
Might be fun. But anyway, if you guys were interested in something more of a long-term campaigning one, we could do that. There's sort of another, just a standoff, like a one-off adventure that takes place in Arkham. It's much more of like a social one, which we haven't done the social one yet. But there's the next one-off one that I had in mind was probably more of a social one that takes place in Arkham, and might be a fun way to introduce some of the some new like factions and things that are going on in Arkham.
That's cool.
But yeah, also if you guys were digging this system and wanted to do something a little bit more long term, we could try to do one of the bigger campaign adventure things too. But
I am game either way for what you're willing
Yeah.
to put the effort into. So I appreciate it, Andy. But
Yeah,
Hey.
I'm fine either way.
would you post what the Williams brothers wrote about themselves to each other? You can put it in the Discord. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't know what the Bible said.
I would.
do they each have one?
Yeah, they each have one. There's a note in the actual Bible on the first page, and then there's a note inside the actual note is something that was written to his brother. Eugene wrote it the evening that they spent in the woods, so it's just like recent. But Nick kind of wrote it a while ago, he had a feeling. He had a feeling that even though they finally have kind of come to some sort of recent agreement, that they weren't long to stay together. He didn't know what that meant, but yeah, it was. I put a little thought in that, little role playing thought, just in case one of them died. Didn't plan on both of them dying, but there you go.
Yeah.
So there you go. Little background on the brothers. Good old brothers.
The brothers.
Well, I'm excited.
Woo.
I'm excited to make a new character. It'll be fun.
Woo. That was intense. That was not how I was expecting that to go.
I loved it. It was great.
Yeah, that was a great ending.
And that was rough.
Yeah.
A little rough, but it was fun. I think it was great.
I mean, I knew that there were more people coming, so like I wasn't surprised whenever Eugene charged, but I was like, oh boy, I know this is not good. I knew more people were coming around the corner, but then I really wasn't expecting Jimmy to like go in after him.
Jimmy's not gonna let him get taken to the camp. Who knows? Bad things happen at the camp.
Yep.
No, it was good. I have no idea how that was supposed to play out, but it was a lot of fun watching us do it. So yeah, it's there's something magical about these kind of games where it's just like you know where it's gonna go, but then all of a sudden we decide, hey, let's jump in a pickup truck and ram it at this thing. You know, it just I love these games so much.
There none. Pretty much everything after the artists was none of that was in the module at all. In fact, they don't even tell you what to do. They basically say like if investigators get captured, then they'll probably get tied to posts and Glacky will be summoned and put spines through them so they can be servants. Like, okay, how do I actually do that?
So like, what if they decide to burn down the house and then you urge them not to take hours to do it, but they decide to do it anyways? Then what?
Ignore your hint.
Shit.
Yep. Glacky, for anyone wondering, had 100% skill in spine attack.
Okay.
It did 3d10 damage plus 76 damage bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's probably okay. We would have survived. It's fine.
200 strength, 300 constitution, 450 size.
Good God.
Whatever these things mean.
Glacky. Jesus.
Glacky. Yeah. Glacky's a cool elder one. People don't use him very much, but he's pretty cool. He sends out dreams to people to drag them to the lake, and then he turns them into slaves with his spines.
I mean, obviously, you know, like you do. Sweet baby Jesus. Well, that was a lot of fun. I had no idea how that was going to end. I just assumed we would lose horribly, so I'm glad that we at least ended on a high note.
Yeah. No, it pulled out. There were a lot of really clutch rolls with the stealths and the garrote attacks.
Oh my God! Less than 10s. There were several of those in a row.
Yeah, that makes up for all the 90 pluses that have been happening last session.
Yeah, that was some wild swings with those rolls.
I mean, yeah, but still lots of fun.